I want you to rethink your trial. I want you to reimagine why this might be happening to you in your life. You're looking at the situation and you're saying, why is this so bad? God, if you really love me, if you're really in this story, if you're really in these little details, then why in the world are you allowing this to happen to me? Why won't you take this pain? Why won't you make this trial go away? Why won't you remove this thorn from my side, God? Why are you allowing this to happen? Well, I want you to think about it like this. I want you to think about that non-believer that might be watching your life. That person who doesn't trust Christ as their Savior. That person who doesn't believe God. That they don't believe that God really loves them. I want you to think about that person that in the midst of your trial, all you're thinking about is your trial, but you can never quite see their point of view. You can never quite see that from the shadows, they're watching your life. I want you to think about the fact that they're watching you and they're seeing your pain. They're seeing your trial. They're seeing your distress. And they're wondering why in the world, in the middle of all this in their life that they have going on, are they still choosing to follow Jesus? Why are they still choosing to trust God, even though this stands in their way, even though they're climbing this mountain? Why in the world are they still choosing to trust Jesus? Maybe it is that they're beginning to think, and maybe it is that God is using your trial to lead them closer to Christ. Maybe it is that they're beginning to wonder, maybe there really is something to this man Jesus. Maybe he really can help me. Because if they're still so faithful to hold his hand and walk through even the darkest of midnights, if they still want to follow him and they still trust him, maybe there really is something to this man Jesus. Maybe he really does love me. Maybe God really does care. I want you to think, maybe God could use your trial to save somebody. Maybe God could use your trial to lead your family to Jesus. Maybe he could use your trial to lead somebody that you're never even thinking about, somebody that's watching from the background when all you can see is the tears, all you can see is the pain. But God can see the sunshine through the rain. He can see that person that's watching your life, and he's using you as an example to what he can do in their life, and he can help them. Maybe there really is something to this man Jesus, and maybe because of them watching you through your trial.